what's happening, folks? So, welcome to episode 5, and this is basically like part 2 or whatever. And I'm gonna be showing you guys how to take care of some of those viruses out there. Now, before I get started, I just want to let you all know that this is not like a surefire way to pull off any and every viruses. This is in every virus or malware or whatever you want to call it nowadays. This is pretty much like my quick and dirty way of pulling off those basic pieces of malware like adware, fake programs, stuff like that, which is mostly what we have. And if you catch it early enough, you can just take it off and you'll be okay. Just sticking around with malware bites. But yeah, so I mean, depending on what kind of virus you have or piece of malware you have, this won't get it all. But this will take care of generally most of what I see out there, most of what I deal with. This will take care of it. And this is just kind of my quick and dirty way of going about that. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so as you can tell, I got my malware bites up. My databases are out of date. So I need to fix that. And then you also can tell that I got YTD video downloader up there. And then that came from last week. And then we also got, make sure you download these two tools right here, IOBit uninstaller and malware bites. Okay, so right now I'm going to go ahead and update my databases. You need to update your databases because your database is just a list of viruses. So new viruses come in, okay, here's how we fix it, write that down. That's all the database is. So just click fix now, make sure you keep that updated. You can also see that I'm just running the free version right here now, so I don't have real-time protection. So the databases are going to update, and while it's doing that, let's open up IOBit uninstaller and take off YTD Studio. Okay, so here's IOBit. Let me blow this up for you. It looks kind of just like Windows uninstaller, but I guess a little nicer. I don't know. So all you want to do here is really is just kind of scroll down till you find a program that you want to uninstall, and we want to install YTD, and click uninstall. That's pretty much it. You can use batch uninstall if you want to install more than one item, but for this demo, I'm just going to do one. So click uninstall, and it says, are you sure you want to install a program? And then for those of you who may not be totally sure if you are doing the right thing, check this box. It's going to create a restore point for you before you actually uninstall the program, because you may uninstall something that you need. You might have did it on accident. Just click that box if you're not totally sure what you're doing. So I'm not going to click that box because I know what's going on. So I'm going to click uninstall. Okay, so what this is going to do is bring up the uninstaller for the program, just like Windows uninstaller does. You can just click next and then uninstall, and then it's just showing you the program path. Now it's uninstalled, right? So in IOBit, let me close this out, because when you uninstall things, they like to say, "Why? We're sorry to see you go," and all that mess. So it's uninstalled, but what Powerful Scan does is it scans for any leftover things that are in the registry, and also leftover things, and I'll show you how to find some leftover things within the program files too quick. So Powerful Scan takes care of those registry items. Now normally you want to leave this checked. I recommend leaving it checked because I recommend cleaning out the registry. Now, when you do Windows uninstaller, you don't see all of this stuff that's left behind. Every time you uninstall a program, all of this stuff just sits in your registry. So you want to clean this stuff out. You want to have this program take its 105 items that it has here with it. So all you got to do is you can see it says C Pro. It's showing you the file path. All the plugins and stuff like that. So all you got to do is hit this checkbox up here. Click also shred files and click delete. This completely removes that program from the machine and all of its junk files that went over with. So that's why when I say when you're uninstalling things, just download IOBit uninstaller. When you uninstall things, it's just going to pull that crap out of the registry too, clear up some space for you, and also let the computer run a little smoother. and then also it removes the risk of any dormant viruses laying in the registry. Okay, so now that we removed our bad program, let's go to Malwarebytes and run a scan. So now we're going to run a scan here for any bad programs, leftover stuff that the uninstaller didn't get, or leftover files or anything like that. So we're going to run this scan, then we'll come back to it, see how many objects it's found, and then I'll show you how to take them off quick. That scan is done. So take a look. Basically just showing you all of the bad files and everything that's like considered a risk or a threat from Malwarebytes. So if you scroll down here, you can kind of see, got some registry keys, some other stuff, and this stuff probably came along when I downloaded either MP3 Rocket or YTD downloader, the Spigot, and all of those other things. So here you can see YTD setup is actually a potential threat. So, and then MP3 Rocket, I was gonna do MP3 Rocket, then I changed my mind, but it's on there. So as you can see, if you look down the list, it says quarantine. What does that mean? That means take this file right here and put it in the bad pile. That's all that means. And you want to do that because if you can delete the file, or you can ignore it, not delete it. You can ignore it or add an exclusion for it. So what I'm going to do is actually, like, if I know what this is. Now normally this would be this is one of those files that I don't need a quarantine. I know what it is. I know it's okay. I already checked it out. So I just need to add an exclusion for it. So every time you run a scan, it doesn't pop up, or you can just ignore it once. But for this demo, I'm going to go ahead and quarantine it because I don't need it anymore. So all you have to do is click quarantine all if you just want to quarantine them all. It does do quarantine all by default, or you can click apply actions and then you'll get to the same screen. So once you do that, now all you have to do is restart the computer and you'll be good. So once you restart it, I'm going to click say no for now. So once you restart it, most viruses should be gone. You shouldn't have a huge problem. Anything that was going on before, you should notice a difference in the overall speed of the machine, or something not popping up. Okay. So lastly, I invite you guys to use Slim Cleaner. Now Slim Cleaner is, if you ever heard of like a, if you ever heard of like a registry cleaner, like CC cleaner, Glare utility, something like that, Slim Cleaner is actually a PC maintenance tool run by the community. So people like me go in and submit, basically we just kind of try to help out, and make a better tool for you guys. And this is probably one of the best, if not the best tool for, general PC maintenance, meaning defragging the hard drive to just cleaning up the registry and any temporary files that you may have. So quickly, all you got to do to know, the only things you really have to know to work Slim Cleaner are that if you click analyze, it's going to look at all of the files that you have. Okay, and you can see the scan is very quick for me because I have a pretty speedy machine, but you can see this is all of kind of the leftover junk that you don't really need. So all you need to do is click analyze and then click clean. Okay, if you don't want to clean it and you just want to go back, you can go back, and then you can do an auto clean, which is just going to take it off all at once. You can go to settings and then go to schedule and actually schedule a cleaning for yourself on a weekly basis, a daily basis, or you can pick the days. If you want to do it twice a week at 12 p.m. you can do that too. So this is basically going to clean up all those temporary files. So if we go back to all the junk I had, a lot of stuff from Microsoft Office and search histories and stuff like that. It also cleans out the browser cache as well. So you can see in my Google Chrome cache I got 1,600 items. So This is just taking up space, folks. So make sure, and it actually tells you right here, it's taking up a gig of space. So this will help you store more information as well. So go ahead and download Slim. I invite you to go ahead and download Slim Cleaner and help keep the PC clean. So I like to run these after I do clean the PC, just to clean up everything, the junk, and then after that, I'm good to go. As long as you don't have anything extreme. So if you have any other questions or comments, please stick them down below. Otherwise, be ready for next week. We'll be getting into the new iOS 8 and iPhone 6. All right, peace.